Greetings, my name's Eli. This is going to be a short video on how to play Dino Dinner. Objective of the game is to eat the most tasty food based on the dinosaur that you are. To set up, you want to separate the 4 dino cards from the rest of the food, then shuffle the food deck. See how many players are playing? That's how many dinos you're going to be using. The food deck has 4 types of food in it, 3 copies of each, and 2 wild cards, making for 14 cards. Each type of food has a 1, 2, or 3 value on the back, and the wilds are all worth 1 value. You can see by the dots on the back of the cards. Now it's a little weird because you need to deal hands of foods to the players without them seeing the back and without the other player seeing the front of the cards. There's a lot of secrets. So I'll show you here how I do it, but I'd usually be doing this under the table, doing my best not to look. Here's how many cards players are dealt in different player counts. But in this 3-player game, each player will get 4 cards. I put the dino on top of the deck and then count 4 cards from the food deck and pass the stack to the player. Make sure that the stack is food side up, and then you can place any extra cards face down on the table so that you can see the score side. This is going to be called the wild hand. Now that all players have their cards, they can splay them out, and as I said, they should only be able to see the food side. And then they can place their dino face up on the table so that everyone can see what they're after. And play starts. Starting with the player with the biggest appetite. On a player's turn, they can do one of 2 actions. They can eat a card from their hand. You take a card from your hand, put it food side up in their tableau, and then they can ask any other player how much of a specific type of food they have in their hand. Wilds count as 1 of all foods. The player has to answer honestly and aloud so that all the other players can hear their answer. And then the turn's over, as the next player in clockwise order is turn to go. The second action is eat a card from another player's hand. They can just take a single card from that player's hand and place it into their tableau food side up. And then active player adds a card from their hand into the hand that they took from, and this includes the wild hand. Then their turn is over and the next player in clockwise order goes. This continues until all players' hands are empty. You should know that the wild hand should still have the same amount of cards as when the game started. Then players score their food. You can tell which foods dinos want based on their dino card. That food icon doesn't appear on the dino card, they can't eat it. You can put that food aside and it scores no points. Then all the icons that appear once, flip those cards over and you gain points equal to the points on the back of that card. Then you can score the dino's favorite food, the icon that appears twice on the dino card. Flip those over and then double those points. And the player who has the most points wins. In case of a tie, the player that's wasted the least food would win. And if it's still a tie, the player with the shortest arms wins, because they're the most T-Rex-like. Anyway, that's the game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.